What got you into music in the first place? Um, when I was younger, like 6 or 7 maybe, my dad had this White Stripes CD in his car, and every time he'd go to like pick up one of my siblings or something, I'd go with him and make him put it on. And my favorite track was "It's True That We Love One Another." So that was like the first band or album I ever remember listening to that really got me into it. Who is your favorite musician or band, and how are they important to you? It's really hard for me to pick a favorite based on like sound, but Teenage Fan Club and Big Star are definitely like really sentimental to me. Started listening to them with my friends when I was like 13 or 14 maybe, and there's just a lot of like really good memories around them. Do you collect records or CDs? Yeah, mostly CDs now, like just whatever I can find at thrift stores because they're cheap and my car has a CD player. I still collect records, not as much as I used to. I like it when people gift them to me. That's most of my records now. They're too expensive for me to just like buy whenever I want. I think the first record I bought was probably Elephant by the White Stripes, or maybe Abbey Road by the Beatles. What are your thoughts on streaming music versus physical music? I like both. I like physical stuff because, it's just nice to like hold something in your hand or hang it up on your wall or whatever. And it makes me listen to an album like all the way through. Plus, like when I have CDs in my car or whatever, I start to associate certain seasons and stuff with whatever album I'm really into at the time. Like in the summer, I always listen to Dookie by Green Day. Even though, I don't know, it's kind of a goofy album. It just like, that's like summer to me. But I definitely stream music way more. And it's nice because you can find a lot of stuff you wouldn't have found otherwise without having to spend money. But I like both. What instruments do you play? Mostly guitar. Pretty much only guitar. But I play a little bit of classical guitar, my electric, my bass. That's pretty much it. When did you start playing guitar and why? I started when I was probably 9 or 10 because my dad bought one for me. And I mostly just played, like I followed along with YouTube videos, whatever basic songs I could find, a lot of Taylor Swift if I remember correctly. I don't really know why he got it for me, but I'm glad he did. I really definitely enjoyed it. Have you ever been in a band and what was your experience like? I've been in a few bands. The first band I was ever in, we called ourselves Baywall, and it was just me and a few friends. It was never really serious. I don't know if we ever had like a full practice or like had a full song down. It was mostly just, goofing off and then going to Taco Bell. The second band I was in was me and a couple friends from my graphic design class. And it was a lot of fun. It was like a little more serious. Made a lot of good memories. Actually like got through some pretty good songs and wrote some originals, but sadly it died off. Do you write music? Yeah, sometimes. I have a lot of half-finished lyrics and chord progressions and stuff. It's a lot easier for me to write when I'm playing with other people. Do you miss being in a band? Definitely. I love being in a band. It's just so much easier for me to play and make music when there's other like creative minds, around me. And every time I try to do it on my own, I'm just like, oh my God, I miss being in a band. I definitely miss being in a band. Have you ever played music in public? Only once. I played my senior year talent show, and it was a little bit of a disaster, but it was still a good time. Definitely a learning experience. I would do it again for sure, but not like that. Could you see yourself playing music in the future as a career or a hobby? Definitely as a hobby. I don't plan to stop playing music anytime soon, but I don't think I would or could do it as a career. What is your favorite music-related memory? The first thing that comes to mind was when I was like 13, 14 maybe even younger. My friend Darwin and I got into playing music together, and we'd go down to the field behind my house and just like play music with my siblings. I'd bring my guitar and he'd sing. Sometimes it was stuff that he'd written. I remember we covered Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division a few times, and just looking back always makes me smile. How do you think music can change the world? Just by connecting people, mostly. There are a lot of different kinds of people in different like subgenres that you wouldn't really expect to see, and yeah, I think it's just a good connector. It kind of helps everybody relate to each other.